What is up, guys? You know what the video is? You know Pixar? If not, click off. Let's get started right away. Alright guys, I have all the Pixar films right here. And let's start with Up. Now, I really love Up. Maybe some people might not like it. Maybe some people may like it. But I do know the majority love it, and I'm one of those people. Up is just so incredible. To make a long story short, it's more just a movie that's just so heartwarming and beautiful. I love it. Since, like, this is Pixar movies. A row above. And let's make it like, this one's just gonna be also orange. And then let's make this pure red. This thing will be known as Pixar Perfection. Oh, it's fine. So Up will be an S tier. Now, I'm gonna save the best spots for it. I'm gonna be really harsh on all of them. You know, really harsh. You know what? I'm just gonna put it here. It's really good. I love it. Next up we have Toy Story. Now Toy Story. I think Toy Story is pretty good. Like, I would put it up there. This is like the first time with graphics. So like, though the graphics look sometimes ugly, it looks pretty good for like the first time. You know, with this kind of animated movie, 1995. Like, seriously, give them credit for it. This deserves to be up there. I think it's one of the best. I gotta start being harsher. Monsters Incorporated. Or no, not Incorporated. Monsters University. This one, I actually thought was good. Yeah, I'm gonna put A. I thought it was a really good film, but I didn't think it was Pixar Perfection or such a great film. I think it was actually kind of fine. I would put this at okay. I just think a lot of it was great. It felt a little unnecessary, which is why I would probably drop it lower. You know, I'll keep it there only because this is just an unnecessary sequel. Like, Oh, Finding Dory. Finding Dory? I'm not sure. Like, this is just more of a good sequel. I think, like, it was kind of necessary only because, like, you know, like, we had Nemo, and I think Dory was a good addition. Maybe not necessary, but I think it was pretty alright. I think it was actually really good. They really tried. Finding Nemo, the superior one to it. I think S, not Pixar Perfection, but I think it's really good. I really love that film. Man, that one was good. It's Cars 2. We need to make a lore one. Cars 2. Bro, it's garbage. I hate Cars 2. This is the worst film ever created. I don't think it came from Pixar. I don't believe it. It's so bad. I hate this film. I want to rip it off the face of the earth. Anyways, The Incredibles. Now, I don't know. I think it's a really good film. I love it. And it does well with, like, a superhero movie. It has the great action, and I feel like really good animation, even from a long time ago. You know, these are all from a long time ago, and they have such good animation. Maybe except these two, but like, these were longer ago. They have impressive animation, and they really put that effort. I just don't think it's a Pixar Perfection. Ratatouille, instant Pixar Perfection! Ratatouille is so good. I can't even describe how good it is. Learning how to cook is so stupid, yet they made this a good film. That is probably so hard to do. I couldn't do that. I don't think half of the population could even do that. No, like, not even half. Like, very little people can actually do that. So good. The Good Dinosaur. This is probably the most mediocre, you know, just medium film ever. Didn't think it was a terrible film, but I didn't think it was a good film. And besides, like, if you look at that, look at that kind of animation there. It looks not really as good compared to these. Like, these look a lot better, and they're from a long time ago. Cars. I think it's the first Cars film. Yeah, there's no second or third. I think Cars pretty much a B. I didn't think the Car franchise was so good. I think since it was our early time and animation is really great, I think I will put this at A, because like, I don't know. I haven't seen Cars in a while, but I do have a lot of memory and of some parts. I think it was actually pretty alright. Since I don't know too much, I'm gonna just say B. I don't think it was like a perfect film or a really good film like these. I think it was pretty alright, you know? Okay. Cars 3. I remember the plot, and I think it was actually a little bit better, but I wouldn't say it's A's. I don't know, I just didn't think the Cars franchise is all that good. Or, well, as good as others. But that's just my opinion. Comment down if you like the Cars movies, or just a franchise. A Bug's Life. Oh man, this movie is so good. I actually do love it. I'm gonna give it an S. It's not like an incredibly good. Like, some of the animation looks a bit uglier compared to the stuff. Maybe just an A. I don't think it's a Pixar perfection or a really good film, but I think it had a very fun and loving film. I think it was just really a lot of energy in it. Really good film, but I wouldn't say it's like S or Pixar perfection. Incredibles 2, B. I think, like, it's just the lowest B ever. I think it was pretty alright, but I wouldn't say it's like such a good film. Maybe not great film. I think like fine. Just fine. That's it. I didn't think Cars 2 was all that incredible, but at least it tried to be a lot more different or like add a perspective to the wife. I think that was interesting, but I can also tell that they more just wanted girl boss stuff, which is kind of an influence of like some woke culture. The point is, it feels more modernized than timeless, with just huge promotion over female. Now, this might seem kind of dumb and weird, but like, I don't know, it just kind of felt that way. I got that vibe. I can't really say they meant that, but that's just what I felt. Now, that's not really a bad thing to add a lot of women in a movie and make them, you know, like leading protagonists. I'm just saying, it just felt like it tried to heavily go on that side, because like that was a time when, you know, Disney was starting to do that. So that's just what I thought. But I only think it was a lot lower because I don't know, I don't think it compares with The Incredibles. Like, that movie was just really good. I think this movie was pretty alright, pretty good, but nothing too big. Yeah, there. WALLE. This is my favorite Pixar film. Don't you dare say this isn't true. This is the best Pixar film in Pixar history. Pixar. Man, WALL-E, where to start? Bro, this movie is so beautiful. Look at this cute robot. He's so adorable. Robots learning to fall in love. I'm sorry, I cannot hate this film. I cannot even have any dislike towards it. This film is Pixar perfection. Don't you dare say in the comments that this isn't true. Don't you dare. Okay, I think that's good. This movie. I'll literally make some kind of like video explain why I think WALL-E's the best Pixar film. Anyways, Monsters Inc. No, no, wrong one. Oh, I think S. Just the high S. I think this movie is really cool. In fact, I think the concept is so awesome. I can't say it's Pixar perfection, but I will say it's really, really good. I actually really loved it. I just don't think it's a Pixar perfection. Inside Out. Man, Inside Out. Pretty good. I think it's a Pixar perfection. Bro, this movie, where to start? It literally, the whole concept is over emotions. Something that all humans have, and it connected so well. And I just liked all the characters. Bro, this movie's just so good. I love it. It's a Pixar perfection. Coco. Coco, I think is an S. I think like, no, just high A, yeah. I think Coco did well in the culture. I just didn't think it was like anything too big. You know, there was some moments I didn't really find the best, but I did think it was an improved, like, it could have been a lot worse. I just think it was really, really good, that's all. It's a lot better than A Bug's Life and Finding Dory, in my opinion, but I don't think it compares with these 3 or these beautiful 5 films that I love, my childhood. Continuing on, Toy Story 2. Now, critics say like 100% on Rotten Tomatoes and all that, you know, but I think it's just really, really high S. In fact, I think I'll put lowest Pixar perfection. Bro, Toy Story 2, I actually really love this film. I won't go too much in depth, but I think it's super good. It is a really good film, and I recommend this. I think like it's better than Toy Story 1 in my opinion. Like that's what I think. That's just my opinion. Yeah, I think there. Toy Story 3. Man, this movie, this made me cry when I first saw it. Probably like every other person in the world, unless you're a sociopath, then you didn't cry. But man, this movie is just really, really good. I really love this film. Toy Story 3 is just so fun to look at and changed a lot. Like, I think it was really good. Brave. Now, Brave, since like you probably don't notice much, but I've close heritage with Scotland. I think it was really high C. Now, Brave didn't feel like, it just felt like it was as if Disney was like, hey, Pixar, make a Pixar movie with a princess like ours, you know? And then Pixar's just like, oh, okay, we're not as good with the Disney princesses. If it were a Disney princess movie, you know, like that kind of way, I think it's pretty alright. I don't hate the film. I think these two are kind of just medium. Onward. I think Onward, it has fantasy magic, which is biased because it's my favorite genre in film and all that, so I'm gonna put this at, like, I think I'll put this as a really high B. Man, I love this film. Not really love, I really like the film, but I don't think it's as good as the ones above it. Just a really high B. I think this movie it did pretty alright, you know? Toy Story 4. I've seen it when I was at the doctor's appointment. Or no, the dentist appointment, yeah. Toy Story 4 would have put it. I think here, just S. Like I'd say it. Just the lowest S. I think this movie is really, really good. In fact, I'll just put it at high A. Like, there was some problems. It's just because it's a 4th movie. It's the only problem. But at least it tried to change, but it still followed that pattern. I don't think it competes with these. In fact, you know, I'll be nice. I'll put this as just a lower S. Because, like, these films are just really good, and I think they really did try really hard. Just wait till Toy Story 5, or trust me, it's gonna be like Cars 2. Please, don't make a Toy Story 5. Oh, Soul. Oh man, Soul is... This thing deserves more credit. This thing is just like, really good. Maybe not compared to these movies, but I think it's a lot, like, just really good. It's really deep, and I love it. It literally covered death. Man, this is just like, you know, like, for many years, Pixar hasn't, like, most of these are not even modern. Like, Ratatouille, 2007. Toy Story 2 in 1999. Up, like, I'm pretty sure, like, early 2000s. I know WALLE was a 2007 film. Inside Out, like, 2015 or something. And then after that, it's just like, like, Coco. Pretty alright, you know? But, like, Finding Dory, pretty alright. But, like, I don't think these three are more modern, but they don't compare with a Pixar perfection. Pixar perfection. Say that 5 times fast. They don't feel like it. And now our last two for Luca 2021 and Turning Red 2022. So Luca, I give this movie, where to put it? I think pretty alright A. I actually really like it. I just don't think it was the greatest thing. Yeah, pretty good. I think it deserves a pretty solid A. I really do like the film. Maybe a lot more than Onward. Why? I just really think it's really neat. And they do try really well in world building. And it's based off Italy. And I really like how it works really. Like, it does try to become part of Italy than America. And I like that. I think it did pretty alright. You know, pretty well. And last but not least, Turning Red. This movie's kind of an embarrassment. It's just, I want to put it at a D, but I know this is bias. Like, I want to put it at one of these two. The only reason is, Turning Red is meant for girls. I'm kidding, obviously. But Turning Red does hit a huge demographic for females. Specifically, little girl, like 12-year-old girls, you know, going through puberty. But I don't think anyone cares. And looking at the box office, there's probably not gonna be a sequel. But I will give them credit. I think Pixar, or like Turning Red, I think, like, for real, I think, just high C, like, really high C. I think it's alright. Not really the best Pixar film. It doesn't feel like Pixar. It feels like one of those 2000s Disney movies, which, if you don't know the reference, do you even remember a lot of 2000s Disney movies? I feel like this movie's just gonna be easily forgettable, except with the memes. I like the memes. Because of the memes, I might put it as a B. You know, in there. And the memes don't help. It's mediocrity. Well, that was it, guys. I hope you really liked this tier list video. I really do like making these, and I hope you watch more of them. Please like and subscribe and all that kind of stuff. You don't really have to subscribe. Just watch the videos, you know? And I'll see you soon. Bye!